appears to have stopped here. So this is where I can introduce the subject after its turn. It's got two sides, four actually, that was spinning around. And on this particular side, there's two big chunks or blobs of clear cast resin. And inside that resin is clay, and that's been carved out. So each of these pieces are more figurative, whereas on the other side, it's more mixed media in the sense there's a lot more going on. Like there's marble here, lino cut. There's also a little bit of the fiberglass in this section here that's protruding through. That's the core that connects this side to this side here. This side I've concentrated on the cool, warm color spectrum, cool, warm and cool, and it has a relation to thinking, as the lino cut piece here indicates, to think. So it's symbolic of the rational side of the human mind. Whereas on this perspective, it's to do with more the intuitive or the subconscious, if we take a Freudian, Jungian perspective, or from a neurological perspective, possibly it's to do with that side which is to do with short-term memory. And that's why I've termed it now. So this is lino cut, and it's been carved in. So now thinking relates really to the binary side of the mind. This is not a Cartesian mind-body critique or an art piece that represents Cartesian. Or René Descartes was a famous early modern philosopher who introduced the notion to the West of the cogito ergo sum, or I think, therefore I am. In this sense, this piece is more to do with just the thinking, but the binary relation within that. And I've indicated that through the side pieces here, where the photographic elements are in relation to just pure observation, like when you perceive a color, whatever it is, that's in the now, and that's, in some sense, transcends or is a phenomenology of both our subconscious, or that which we're not conscious of, and the thinking mind. And so the photographic pieces are like representational of that. So as I travel through places, with it I might take photographs, they're digitally represented, and they become part of the piece on the periphery, so on both sides of the artwork. At the periphery of this artwork, there is actually clay. So that clay is embedded with the steel. The steel is the reinforcing agent, and the clay then is placed around the steel, and then I've carved into them, creating this sort of, different patterns with no real significance, in the sense I'm trying to operate from a level of intentionality, but it's operating from just an intuitive level as I move along and carve into it. Whereas these pieces here are more intentional. There's been a little bit more intentionality in the sense that I had a sort of form there that I wanted to work towards. However, there was a spontaneity within that. So let's spin this and see where it ends up. Okay.